What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix series The Witcher Season 4. Let's rock this. Okay, as you can probably tell from this video's thumbnail image that I'm not too crazy about Season 4. Netflix granted me the advanced screeners and the review embargo lifts on the same exact night as this season's premiere, so there's no need to beat around the bush anymore. Spoiler alert! I repeat, spoiler alert! Okay, I tried. God knows I tried to keep an open mind about the recasting of Geralt of Rivia from Henry Cavill to Liam Hemsworth. But after having watched these new episodes, Liam continually fails to have me sold. Outside appearance-wise, there's not much difference really. And credit where credit is due, Liam got the action choreographies and the sword fights down pat. So in terms of the physicalities, Liam did quite well. And the show even had to reshoot or recreate some of the previous season scenes to make the transition seamless. And so all that effort did not go unnoticed. But aside from retaining Geralt's grunting, Liam just looks so awkward in this role. Even when he drops the F-bombs, it feels so out of place. And I don't necessarily want to put it all on him, since the poor guy has the impossible task of trying to live up to Henry, but Liam's performance or lack thereof just comes across as just simply going through the motion. Liam's version of Geralt is a soulless, lifeless, empty shell that's more boring than a drywall. And to make things worse, the writers also kinda put Geralt in the backseat this time around. All of a sudden, there's these gazillion other noises surrounding Geralt, from the dwarfs to the new Asian chick to the lamest vampire ever. Everybody else just keeps drowning him out. They're yapping and yapping and yapping like a bunch of nails on a chalkboard. And that is just one part of the many reasons why this is the show's worst, most disappointing season yet. So stick around. Created and showrun by Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich, in The Witcher Season 4, after the shocking continent-altering events that close out Season 3, the new season follows Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri, who are faced with traversing the war-ravaged continent and its many demons apart from each other. If they can embrace and lead the group of misfits they find themselves in, they have a chance of surviving the baptism of fire and finding one another again. Starring Liam Hemsworth, Anya Shalhotra, Freya Allan, Joey Beatty, and Lawrence Fishburne. So, Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri are separated this time, and out of all the three storylines, I'd say the most decent one would have to be Yennefer and her fellow witches battling Vilgefortz. That climactic episode is pretty epic. Ciri's storyline, on the other hand, posing as Falca with a bunch of thieving runaway teens called rats, is a bit dull on some parts. It's cute that they kinda have their own coming-of-age adventure, but sometimes it also becomes a melodramatic drivel. But when the inevitable does happen in their encounter with Sharlto Copley's character Leo Bonhart, that is when it finally gets interesting. By the way, Leo Bonhart is my favorite character in this new season. Ruthless, unhinged, merciless, kinda funny, but in a fucked up funny sort of a way. And Sharlto looks like he's just having a blast playing the most sociopathic bounty hunter ever. And you can properly make fun of Geralt's storyline as the Fellowship of the Ring without the bloody ring. Just as I implied earlier, these bunch of annoying supporting characters traveling with Geralt and stealing Geralt's spotlight. Sheesh, I signed up to watch The Witcher, not The Witcher's Justice League. I'm not impressed with Lawrence Fishburne's vampiric character Regis either, because his inclusion is formulaic. Of course the guy serves as a head shrink or a psychiatrist to Geralt. No surprise there. I mean, that's what most TV shows do in their subsequent seasons. Hell, even Ted Lasso did it. They'd add a therapist type character, and in this case, it kinda takes away from Geralt's manly, stoic, brooding mannerism who values his privacy and turns him into a softie who's in touch with his feelings. Some of you might see that as growth. I call that irritating. The decisions to kill off some of the notable characters also kinda bugs me. I understand that some of them need to happen for that emotional, impactful moment, the anger that comes from losing someone. But other times, it's just nothing more than a pointless shock value. And because the quality of the 3 story arcs are not even, you, the audiences, will end up favoring one over the other, resulting in mixed bag reactions, understandably so. This new season is a lot darker, and it has a lot more political intrigues. The dialogues and the profanities sound forced, clumsy, and unnatural. I did manage to sit through the entire thing, but I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't press fast forward through some of the tedious scenes, especially that bloated bonfire bonding episode. And I still can't get over the recasting. God bless Liam. I mean, he's a fantastic actor, but his version of Geralt, aka The Witcher, is subpar. So yeah, overall I give The Witcher Season 4 the rating of 2 out of 5. I'm glad that they're wrapping the whole thing up after the next season, aka Season 5, because this show has run past its course and it's now way past its prime.